Okay, I think we're live. So my name is Liam. I've been doing energy healing for about 4 or 5 months. And so we're going to be doing a pretty advanced form of energy healing today. And so I'm here with Emily, and welcome for everybody watching that's going to be watching the replay on Facebook. So before we get started, to let everybody kind of in and to tell you a little bit about this work if you're new to it, basically energy healing is really like the cutting edge form of medicine, I think. So, we live in a world that is physical, but it's also energy. So energy and matter. And so as humans, in essence, we're made of pure energy. And so we all kind of have an energetic link, like we're kind of all connected. And so all of our emotions are also forms of energy. And so everyone kind of has a level of emotional baggage that they go through life with. And that emotional baggage is made up of the layers of trapped emotions that we have stored in our body. So for most people, emotions, are something we experience on a daily basis. And normally those emotions come in and we experience them freely. So we experience something that makes us sad, and then we kind of just move on from the situation and it goes by. But what a lot of people don't realize is that emotions can become trapped. And what that means is if you experience a really intense, strong negative emotion, in a moment, that energy can actually become stuck in your body's energy field, because all of our bodies are a complex energy field. And there's different organs or glands that produce certain emotions. So, you know, if I'm actually bringing up the chart here, which is what we're going to use when we do this clearing in 1 second. Yeah, so just a quick example. So the heart or the small intestine produces abandonment, betrayal, forlorn, lost, and love unreceived. And so most people kind of have like 80 to 100 of these trapped emotions. And so what many don't realize is that energy, when we experience a lot of trapped emotions, it can weigh us down. It can lead to symptoms, it can lead to things like anxiety, depression, even physical aches and pains, because that energy distorts and it disrupts tissues. So before we get into the healing, it's always good to kind of have a focus for each session. So Emily, can you tell me, like, is there one thing right now, like let me say this, like, do you have any pain that you experience?
Yes, I do. I have a
Uh-oh.
lot of chest pain,
So chest pain.
like heart pain, I guess.
Okay. May I ask what you think that's like related to?
I definitely think it's a more of emotions because I've had a lot of tests done and nothing ever comes back that
Okay.
there's anything physically wrong.
So is it kind of like your heart feels heavy, or like you have heartache? Is that it?
Yeah, like it just feels really tense sometimes, hard to breathe, even like just a weight on my chest. Yeah.
Interesting. So that's actually a really awesome segue. Like that's an example of what's known as a heart wall. So this is like the most advanced discovery in energy healing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the heart wall is basically what happens when we have all these layers of trapped emotions like floating around in our bodies. And so if we experience emotional trauma, especially early in our life around childhood, that emotional pain, the heart is like the second brain. It's the most powerful organ we have. And so if we have an emotionally traumatic experience early in our lives, what can happen is the heart gathers like layers of these trapped emotions that are already available in our bodies, and it forms a protective shell, like a bomb shelter around the heart. And so the heart wall can be pretty thick. It can be made up of many different emotions. So before we get started, that could be one of the focus points. So I think we're going to start with um, this heartache. I think it could be related to a heart wall, but we'll quickly do that. But just coming back to how this is going to work is that we're all energetically connected. And so the way this works is that I'm forming an energetic link with Emily. And so even though we're, you know, across the planet, or we have a lot of distance between us, the answers I'm getting are going to be from her subconscious mind. So I can connect energetically with Emily and her subconscious mind. And so as we go through this, I'm using applied kinesiology on my end to get the trapped emotions really quickly and easily that she has stored within her body. And you might not know this because it's not conscious, right? It's coming from the subconscious part of your brain. And then literally in seconds, once we find the trapped emotion, we're going to figure out what age it occurred. And then in seconds, we're going to clear it and once we clear it, you're just going to be able to kick back, relax. You're going to be relaxed. You're going to be comfortable throughout this entire experience because you don't have to experience any emotional discomfort. You don't have to relive anything embarrassing, vulnerable. There's none of that involved. So it's completely painless. And so let's just jump in. So let's just take 10 seconds here. Let me form that energetic link. All right, so this is kind of like the ring and ring. I don't know if you can see me, but this is like a yes, this is a no. I'm just kind of doing that below the screen here. So is this chest pain, is this related to a heart wall? Okay, so we've got a heart wall, and that's actually where we're gonna start first. So let's go. Okay, so we've got the heart. So we've got a heart wall emotion. It's like what category from the page in front of me would be most accurate to what we're currently dealing with? So it's a common heart wall. Okay, so there's a brief description. I'll just read this. Our heart wall is made up of one or more trapped emotions that the subconscious mind uses to surround the heart as a protective barrier against emotional pain. Each trapped emotion in the heart wall is known as a heart wall emotion. A heart wall emotion is one layer in the collective heart wall. When all heart wall emotions have been removed, the heart wall is gone. The heart wall is usually created in response to emotional distress. The subconscious mind then uses pre-existing trapped emotions to form that wall. The heart wall may be made up of one or more trapped emotions, new or old. Heart wall emotions may be from any time in your life, and they can also be inherited. It is rare to find any other type of trapped emotion other than common or inherited making up the heart wall. Most individuals have a heart wall consisting of between 5 and 25 heart wall emotions. A heart wall may cause you to feel disconnected from others, lonely, sad, anxious, or unmotivated. Physical symptoms such as neck and shoulder discomfort may be present, but also heartache and feeling like there's pressure in your chest can be a big one too. It's generally best to let the subconscious indicate what imbalances need to be released and in what order. If you find only one heart wall emotion in a session, allow the process to unfold naturally. So we're going to quickly just identify something. So like just before we jump into this, for most people who have a heart wall, it's best to remove that because you can, the benefits are so big. But there's a couple instances where like if people are in currently a really abusive relationship or there's a lot of conflict going around, the heart wall can serve the heart wall could be serving a useful purpose at this time. So like, are you in a relationship that's kind of like that, or is there anything going on around you that puts you at risk of experiencing just like emotional trauma?
I guess so. Yeah, like I'm in a relationship and I've had a lot of trauma in the past for sure. So it kind of carries over.
Okay. But that trauma is with like this person you're talking about?
Like we've gone through some tough things for sure.
Okay. Okay.
But most of my trauma is from childhood.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if it's all from childhood, then it's probably best. So I'm just gonna ask real quick your higher self, which is like your intuitive part of you that knows what's best for you. If it would be good to release this heart wall with the current situation that you're in. Yeah, and so that the answer is yes. Okay, so first of all, let's jump over to the emotion code chart. And so here we go. So this first heart wall emotion, is it in column A or B? So it's in row 4, column A. So we've got some kind of bitterness. I'm just gonna make a few notes here. And there's some definitions too, but bitterness. So let's figure out what age. So this could have been like something that happened earlier, probably earlier, maybe earlier in your life, or something a bit recent. So was it between ages like 0 to 10? It was. So is it between ages 0 to 5? So now it's kind of ages 5 to 10. So it could have been age 6, kind of around age 7. So like it might be kind of hard to remember that long ago, but is there anything background then that you think could have made you feel a bit better?
Um,
Could have been
I
like a situation, a relationship, just a circumstance. Again, that's one that might be kind of hard, but it's always interesting to kind of just look back and find an event or find something that you thought may have led to that.
yeah, like well, my dad was really sick most of my life with a mental illness, so that took away a lot of my childhood. Um, and I also was sexually abused as a child. So, but not by like a family member, but not an immediate family member. So that kind
All right, well,
of,
let's just go ahead and clear this bitterness. And what I'm basically doing is, I know it looks like I'm playing with my hair. It's actually, let's just clear this first. So there's the governing meridian, and so there's these different meridians in the body, and like the main meridian kind of goes over the head. And so when I take the hand's a form of energy, and I'm just holding that intention to clear that emotion. And as I do this, I'm releasing that energy from you. And I don't usually I use a magnet, but the hand works just fine once you have kind of experience. So has the bitterness been cleared? So that's gone. So I'm just gonna, because I want to know how many layers to the heart wall you're currently dealing with. So is this heart wall more than like 15 emotions? Yeah. So is it more than 20 emotions? So kind of like 17 emotions. Okay. So for this next emotion that's contributing to the heart wall is just in column A, column B. So it's in column B, row 6. Let's go there. Yeah. So there's some sort of shame. Um, again, we can find an age. And also, like, when I just kind of ask you like what you think in your life may have caused you to feel that way. I should have said this at the beginning, but you don't have to reveal too much to me if you don't want to. You can kind of only reveal as much as you're comfortable with. So was
yep.
this shame something that happened, like this emotion of shame, did it become trapped in between ages 0 to 10, ages like 0 to 5, 5 to 10, so age like 6? So something around age 6. I don't know. It could have been anything, but does anything like come to mind?
Mm, just getting into school, I guess, going with friends and stuff.
Could have been
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
All right, well, let's clear that.
anything like that.
All right. So for this next one, so row B, column 4. So just like indecisiveness. Age 16. Around age 16, feeling kind of indecisive.
Yeah, that would have been right after I was diagnosed with extreme anxiety. So, and yeah, just became very double sided.
Yeah. Okay, so we've cleared indecisiveness. All right. So for this next one, this next trapped emotion that your body wants to release is in column A. So like hopelessness. That's the next one we've got. Um, let's get an age for this. It's like age 11.
Yeah, that would be. My dad had like a heart attack and he almost died. So, kind of just, yeah, left
Okay,
that.
yeah, that could have been it for sure. Okay, so let's figure out what the next one is. So it's frustration. So was this emotion trapped between ages 0 to 10, between ages 10 to 20? Is this inherited? So it's actually inherited frustration. So these are kind of like the deeper, like the deep-seated ones. So, like quantum physics, I think, has proven that emotions can be passed down from generation to generation. And so, like, for instance, you could have gotten this one from like a great great ancestor. So did you get this from your dad? So you got it. You got this one from your dad. Let's just ask if it kind of like goes back further than that. So did he get it from either of his parents? So yeah, and how many generations does this go back? So it goes back like 4 generations.
Oh my.
Yeah. So, and for these ones, because it's much deeper, we're just gonna like swipe 10 times.
Okay.
All right. So that one's gone. Let's find this next trapped emotion. So like age 14, something that kind of made you feel jealous.
Oh, I had
Or
that was
like
when I
just
had my
around
first
that time.
boyfriend.
Huh?
When I had like a first serious boyfriend, I guess.
Okay.
Definitely do it.
Okay. So, all right. Okay, column B, row 3. So, defensiveness. So, did this one come up like between ages 0 to 10, between ages 10 to 20? Is it inherited? Interesting. So, there's another inherited defensiveness. So, you got it from your mom. I'm not sure if like that that makes sense to you. Um, so let's see again. Did this go back? Like, did she get it from either one of her parents? Answer is yes. Did she get it from her dad? So she got it from her dad. Let's see if this goes back like even further than that. Wow. Okay. So it goes back like 11 generations. So pretty
Oh
deep.
my.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. So that one's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. How do you feel?
I'm feeling much more relaxed than when I first started.
Really? That's awesome. Me
Yeah.
too. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so for this next trapped emotion, let's see, where does your higher self kind of want to guide me on this chart? So A row 4. All right. What would this be? All right, so bitterness. Okay, let's see what age this happened. Age 7. Nothing come to mind?
Yeah, I can't remember being that age even. I know I was having a hard time in school, like around that time. And a hard home life. Like I always had a hard home life, so I just had a hard time focusing. Maybe.
Okay, so all right. So we've cleared that one. And let's see what your subconscious mind wants to reveal as the next trapped emotion. So column B, row 5. So like creative insecurity. Another that's a pretty common one. but we can figure out like what age this became trapped. Some of these like are ones that you might experience more on like a regular basis, but there's like one like main event that made it, that was intense enough to make it become trapped. So what age was this like creative insecurity? Around 17.
Uh, yeah, I had a hard time around that age. I just gave birth to my first child, so um, it was a hard go.
All right. Okay, that one's gone. All right. So this next trapped emotion. So is this in column A? So this next one is actually humiliation. So did this occur like, did this emotion get trapped between ages 0 to 10? Between ages 5 to 10? Around age 8? Anything ring a bell?
I remember always having trouble like doing tests. I would like cry, try to do tests sometimes. And that was the age that it kind of really got bad.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and release that. Okay, so this next trapped emotion in column A, column B. So again, row 4. So this one was depression. So let's figure out what age that this emotion became trapped. This is between ages 0 to 10, ages 10 to 15, 15, 20, 15, 20, age, around age 20, age 19, age 18.
Yeah.
It's okay, like if nothing comes to mind, but can you think of anything?
Well, I've just, yeah, like things got downhill definitely around that time. I went into a deep bad time around that time.
Okay. All right. So this next one, this what column would this be in? So row 3, column B. Let's jump over there. Yeah, so there's some grief. All right. So so did this emotion become trapped between ages 0 to 10, between ages 5 to 10, 0 to 5, around age 4. So pretty early. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, I've I've always just kind of felt bad for my dad with his mental illness and just I don't know, like had a hard time with it from a young age, didn't understand what was happening.
And like you found out about that kind of like age 4? Like does the
Like it was
age
just a mess. Like he was bipolar, so he was manic a lot. Um and yeah, it just took a toll on our lives. It kind of took over my whole family's life. Like was all about my dad. So yeah, everybody was always, focusing on that.
All right, so let's see what else is there to clear. Something in column A again. Odd row, even no 2, 4. Okay, so this could have been anger. So there's some sort of resentment popping up here. So what age would this have been? Ages between ages 0 to 10, 10, 15, 11, 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. So like around age 15. So like feeling like resentful about something. Could have been anything, but does anything like pop up for you?
Oh, that was um, when my dad had to be taken like out of our house. He had to go live in a care home, and I was really, yeah, I was like about that, I guess, because I kind of had part in it without knowing.
Okay. So yeah, for this next, so there's this next one in column A. No, 2, row 4. So hatred, that's the next one. So was this emotion trapped between ages 0 to 10, between ages 5 to 10? No, pretty early. So like actually around age 3. So very, very early. Would that make any sense?
Yeah, that's for sure. I guess that's when my little brother was born.
Oh,
But I always just kind of had a hard time, hard relationship with my family members, couldn't connect with them properly.
I see. Okay. Don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Okay, so this next one is column A, column B, row 5. So this one says wishy-washy, which I guess like just means indecisive, sort of, or it's a little bit different from indecisive. So is this like between ages 0 to 10? So it's like 10 to 20, around age 19, 18, kind of like age 17. You're probably in like grade. Did you graduate at age 17?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably it. Kind of a period where people are trying to figure out what they're going to do. So yeah, so for this next one, let's see. So row 6, column B. Huh. Okay, so occasionally this happens where I'm getting that shame isn't quite gone yet, and the reason is I think it's inherited. So is this inherited from your father? No, it's from your mom. How many generations does this go back? It goes back pretty pretty well close to 8 generations. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, so is there another trapped emotion your body would like to release? Is there another trapped emotion your heart would like to get rid of right now? No. And let's just count these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's it actually, because I'm now not getting, I'm now using, I'm muscle testing on myself, and I'm not getting that there's anything else to release. I mean, there could be more, but I've got a pretty full page of notes, so that's a lot of like emotions that your body wanted to let go of. So yeah, anything stand out to you? Like, how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling pretty good, like really relaxed, honestly. Definitely feel better. Um, yeah, just relieved, kind of like definitely a sense of relief.
Right. Cool. I'm just releasing any like discharge. All right. So yeah, so for like anybody watching, if this is like really new to you and you want to know more about this, I'm gonna try to be pretty consistent. And my Facebook business page where I'll be posting this is called Healing for Happiness. And so if you guys want to be selected, or kind of have your name put in the hat and be selected possibly for the next the next the next free Facebook healing that I do. I'm going to try to do it every Monday morning. So just like type that in the comment box on this video as well. If you're interested in learning more about this and having me work with you personally, you can visit my website at www.galaxyhealing.com. And so that's www.galaxyhealing.com, and you can check that out as well. And it was a pleasure working with you, Emily. I really hope that, this helps, alleviate some of that chest pressure and hopefully alleviate, your anxiety. You can't really make any guarantees that this could help. I mean, you can't make any guarantees that this is going to fix everything, but it's like you can kind of only, it can only help, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm hoping that things get better, and yeah, please reach out if you notice some more changes, because sometimes it can take 1 to 2 days for your
Wow.
body to kind of energetically adjust. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of like the 24-hour 48-hour period, so in there you might notice some new things. And
Wow. Well, thank you so much.
yeah,
Really, I'm really grateful. I really enjoyed it.
all right, cool, thanks, bye.
Bye bye.